Now that you've completed the walk audit, you've laid the foundation for addressing walkability issues in your community. However, the work doesn't stop here. It is likely that many of you, including the people you serve, may have questions about what's next to keep up the momentum and make changes to reduce walkability barriers in your community. First, identify ways to celebrate your successes. This is an excellent way to recognize the hard work and commitment of the partners and community members who took part and to share the results of the walk audit from the report. Consider hosting a community event or town hall to share the results of the walk audit and raise awareness about walkability issues in your community. People in your community will want to learn more about the proposed solutions to issues raised by the walk audit and how they can get more involved. In addition, this is a great way to engage others who want to advocate for change in their community. Leaders and community members, people like mayors, town or county commissioners, and other stakeholders need to see that they can be a part of creating walkable, connected, safe, equitable, and livable places. And they need to see that the support exists to make these changes grow. Additionally, contact the local media, write a blog, or post in community newsletters, or use social media to share results. This will make results more accessible to people in the community and reinforce the need to improve walkability. There is a significant amount of planning involved when making changes in the community. Begin with creating an action plan. After completing your walk audit, discuss what you learned and develop a plan to set short and long-term goals, assign roles, and address high priority areas. As a team, focus on the issues raised in the walk audit and map out a timeline of how specific tasks will be completed. Most walk audits uncover a wide array of issues, ranging from inexpensive to more expensive fixes. You may want to focus first on short-term goals your group can achieve within the first 6 months. This could include creating signage, encouraging active transportation, repainting crosswalks, installing traffic cones, or applying for grants to improve routes or provide more walk audit opportunities. Similarly, your team can collaborate on how to address long-term goals with respect to infrastructure such as sidewalks, crosswalks, signage, traffic, and other barriers. Most long-term goals will require additional partners who can help build and maintain momentum for community improvements. Reach out to local and state officials, agencies concerned with public safety and health, like the Department of Health or Planning, local foundations, and local planning and transportation agencies. By partnering with these organizations, you can share data and recommendations from your walk audit report that can be incorporated into the local and state master plan to improve your community's walkability. Additionally, this can help you think about funding needs and priorities and work with municipal, county, or foundational leaders to address these needs. Build strong partnerships during this process to ensure progress is achieved and sustained. As you connect with new partners and stakeholders, you can spread awareness about walkability via task forces, committees, school boards, public safety agencies, coalitions, advocacy groups, and nonprofit organizations to gain additional support. It is essential to address barriers to physical activity and walkability in the community to ensure people have opportunities for exercise. And there may be differences in how this process is carried out in every community. However, this work creates an opportunity to provide long-term impacts and improve health outcomes. The COVID-19 pandemic uncovered the layers of health and system inequities in a number of communities as many people were unable to access safe and equitable opportunities for physical activity. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbates this in many communities, which are designed to support automobile transportation than active transportation. It is more important than ever to raise awareness about and to gain support for improving the system and environmental supports in our communities to increase accessibility and equity in physical activity. Walk audits serve as a tool to identify gaps and prioritize improvements, as well as advocating for system and environmental changes that will allow improvements to be sustained. Furthermore, they help communities make the healthy choice the easy choice.
Each team identified their own priorities because as we walk the streets, every street is different. Some streets had sidewalks, some didn't. Some had partial sidewalks. And the biggest thing is identifying as much information they did. Cracks in sidewalks, broken sidewalks, no sidewalks at all. And then we start looking at, okay, which are the most critical areas? What things we can do something about? It's a very collective effort from everyone and very supportive for everyone.
It is very important to have a good, motivated group of citizens who are positive and want to see good change within their community and are willing to be that advocate within their community to help motivate others.
When you think about what you have in common as opposed to what you don't have in common, I mean, if we were all alike, it would be a really cookie cutter, bland world. We all have something to bring to the table. We all have assets. And, that outshines all of the negative things that mostly get reported. When they pull together as a community, don't just do it when there's football games and baseball games, but look at everyday life and how important it is for you to support each other and come together as one when it really, really counts. Everybody wants to walk down the street and not trip over bad sidewalks or be able to walk across the street without worried about getting hit. But when you think about what's the greater good for everybody, I think that is what's important. There's still a lot of good people who are willing to work together despite their differences for the greater good of everybody.
Communities that have a safe, equitable, connected, and walkable built environment are more likely to engage in physical activity and reduce their risk of chronic diseases, ultimately improving their quality of life. Everyone wins when we invest in our communities.